Hello, my name is David Zimmerman. I'm the founder of StickIQ, and I just want to give you an overview of what this system is all about. StickIQ is a system that's going to give great performance overview and make you work on areas, especially like static skills that are stationary, that you really can have a measurable result time and time again. Basically, you're going between an area associated wherever that light is going to go. So it's a quick performance, it's a general performance on how well you're performing. Game Mode 1 is our classic skill level. And what it basically offers you is that you're going to go back and forth wherever the light's going to be going for your performance, and it gives you a really good general overview. We do this really with most performances from trainers and coaches. They really work with Game Mode 1 because they can compare from people all around the world what is their averages, and you can really see, wow, I'm either getting 60 or I'm getting an 80. We now have our platinum players who have over 145 points on the system. One of the highlights that we indicate within this system is in order for you to really exceed beyond 80, you really need to have your head up in the performance so that you have a peripheral view of what you're doing. So it's never looking down. You'll never do very well if you're just looking down. So in order to exceed and do better, you have to keep your head up using your peripheral vision. Basically what happens with Game Mode 2 is that you have a red light and a blue light. And you're gonna have to go around wherever the red light is, but if you hit the blue light, you're losing 2 points. It's very challenging because you're gonna get into a motion, you're gonna get into a rhythm, you think you're doing well, and then you have to stop, go back, go around. It's a very good game mode to really challenge yourself on your quick reaction. Game Mode 3 is a static skill. The light stays stationary. So a lot of pros think they're really fast. Well, what we found out with a lot of pros, they're fast with the stick, but the puck isn't going anywhere. Or they're fast with the puck, but there's really no control over the puck. They're just doing some quick reaction. With a static skill, it's really going back and forth, where the puck has to go over the light and do its function on counting how often it's going and passing over that one stationary area. Game Mode 4, I actually think is one of the best skills because it's about a meter separation. And what it is, you're basically going from one point to another, and you have to have that performance that's consistent, but it also teaches you how much energy you need to really get to those areas. It really creates a good overview skill between your backhand and the forehand. Game Mode 5 is a very enhanced system. You have 5 active lights on one side and 5 active lights on the other side. What that does is that you can pick any light on one side and any light on the other side. Then those 2 lights are active. And what's nice about that, you can create and perform shorthand, you can practice toe drags. It really gives you a lot of flexibility to train yourself on a long extension, short extension between 2 stationary areas. Game Mode 6 is what we call the square. It's 4 lights that you're basically gonna perform your toe drags, backhand, you're gonna go all over the place. If you hit a light, it's just gonna say you hit a light, but it doesn't do anything other than keep count how often you're hitting a light. But it allows you to be creative, trying to get around these types of areas, and it's not gonna go away. Like a lot of people go on ice and you'll see them stick a few pucks out there and then they try to do something and they hit it and the puck flies off somewhere else. This is just a general stationary area that you can really practice the square training. Game Mode 7, it's the figure 8 or infinity. 2 stationary lights, and all you're gonna do is do your infinity or your figure 8, and it's just a nice training mode to get you warmed up in your performance, your backhand, and then you're going back to your forward position. Game Mode 8 is a 2-player system, and this is where I really enjoy seeing the performance between 2 players. What's nice about it is 2 players are gonna compete with each other like in Game Mode 1 in the classic skill level. And what it allows is that you're gonna be competing against someone else, and you get to compare yourself. It's very competitive, quite addictive, but more so it really makes you increase your skill levels because you're now competing with somebody one-to-one on the same system. Game Mode 9 is a 2-player system. And what's great about this system, it's 2 stationary positions, and all you do is work on your speed. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You really see people's performance on this game mode. Game Mode 10, it's basically big landmine. The entire board is lit up with the blue lights, and you basically have one red light that you need to get to. And if you hit any of those blue lights, you lose 2 points. And it's really real world competitiveness like what you have in hockey. You have to go in and out, you have to be controlled, because if you hit a blue light, you're gonna lose 2 points, so you just can't go, oh, it doesn't really matter, I'm just gonna get to the red light. It really makes you think, so it's not just like game mode 2 with 1 blue light, it's really critical thinking. You wanna be quick, but you also wanna be smart. Game mode 11 is exceptional. I really like this game mode. What it is, you activate the light turns on, once you go over it, it starts the clock. You got 60 seconds to get as many points as you can, but there's a 2-second delay on each light. And in each of those lights, you can go over that light as often as you can to get more additional points. So you're gonna go from one light, bum, 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 you're getting a few points, then you're going to another light, bum, 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 you're getting a few more points. It really, I can say one thing, you will definitely feel it after you do this exercise. It's a very challenging exercise, but it's also one that you're gonna feel immediate results on the strength of your wrist and your overall performance. Game mode 12. This is something that was requested, and it took us a few months to get it done, but what it allows is all 10 lights are active. And what you do, you pick 3 lights that you want. So I could pick a light on the lower left, and then on the top left, and then on the far right, and now those lights are active in that sequence. So it'd go 1, 2, 3 to the lights, and then you're back on it. 1, 2, 3 on the lights. So you can practice a long toe drag, you can practice a backside V. Just gives you a lot of freedom as a coach or a trainer or a player to have players test themselves in 3 different areas of performance, especially with the toe drag where you want to bring it around and shoot. So you want that feel, you want to appreciate that touch that you need in order to hit those 3 points on perfection. And then game mode 13. This one really was important. We had requests for the V, and what that is basically people wanted to be able to go down and back and up, back and down. And one of the things was I could have easily have made the system to just be this point, that point, that's all what it's gonna be. Instead, it's any 3 lights, and then it's gonna revert back. What that means is I could pick 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, and now it's gonna go back to the other position. So you can create a V. So it's gonna be active, 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 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Now you have your V, and you're just gonna practice that consistency. What's nice about that, in performance of stick handling, you can't get lazy. A lot of coaches will tell you, oh, it's when you wanna practice the toe drag or you wanna do something, they cut corners. This way you have to go specific to those points. That's the system in a nutshell. One of the other areas that's very important about this system, everything within it is replaceable. So this investment that you're making is not a risk investment, because if the motherboard or an LED light goes out or the plastic cracks, all of it is replaceable.